Now this is a rushing stat. I know you're gonna probably be like, wait, a rushing Tom Brady's gonna break a rushing stat. Well, just last year he broke a rushing stat.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, aka today we Flint Tropicin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Jackie Moon in it today. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? ELE, everybody love everybody. So today we are gonna go over the top five, well not top five, but the 5 records that are gonna be broken in 2020. I'm calling it right now. Write it down. Nostradamus, Castrodamus, we out here. Alright, we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna go kind of from like the ones that are, you know, like 99% sure gonna happen, and then, you know, we'll get into some, you know, hot takes. So we'll start with Drew Brees. Drew Brees is 9 passes away from eclipsing Brett Favre's record for the most pass attempts. Now he already has the most pass completions, he has the most passing touchdowns, he has the most passing yards, he also has the highest completion rate for his career so far. He already owns all those NFL records. This will be just another one for him, but he's only 9 away, so, you know, as long as he plays next year, he should get that in the first, like, probably drive, you know, knowing him. But so boom, that's an easy one. I think I don't think anybody can really argue on that one. He's putting up GOAT numbers. People always say, you know, Brady got the rings. I'll give it to him. Brady has the rings, but the things that Drew Brees does is just incredible. And he didn't even start as a rookie. I don't think he started all 16 games as a rookie, and wasn't really even, you know, Drew Brees that we know until he went to New Orleans Saints. So it's just crazy what he's done in kind of a short period of time. But anyway, so the next guy we're going to go to is kind of an obvious one too. I think this one, another guy, he'll maybe get this record in the first game. If not the first 2, he'll definitely get it. And that's Lamar Action Jackson. The boy's electric. I'm actually kind of surprised by this. I know a lot of people probably already know this. Cam Newton had the most rushing yards by a non-running back in his first 3 years. He had 2,032. I'm kind of surprised that was the record, to be honest. You know, just from highlights alone, you think Michael Vick had like 5,000 yards rushing every year. But, you know, Cam Newton had that. So he's only 132 yards away from eclipsing that. Lamar Jackson is. That's easy, light work, like I said. Unless something catastrophic, God forbid, happens, that should be light work for him. He already beat Michael Vick's single season record for rushing just this previous year, obviously getting MVP for it. The kid's electric. He's going to get that amount of yards, like I said. I would be surprised if it was the first game. He might hold it out till the second game. He might get like 120 the first game and say, you know, I'll wait till next week and get it on the first run. But either way, that should be a pretty easy one for him to get. I'm looking for that one to happen pretty quickly. Shout out to him. All right, y'all, it's time for the shout outs. You know what I'm saying? It's the time when I shout the outs. I guess I never know what to say during this time. So, but I appreciate y'all. If you want to shout out, be sure to head over to @PhillyTP on Instagram. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Now back to the video. This next one was actually, when I was doing like a little research for this video, like, you know, what should I talk about? I saw this record and then I was just like, I'm gonna base it all off this because I can use this in a video. It's not necessarily a record. It's more of a streak, and it's a record in itself, I guess. It's just not a kept record. The Washington football team has the longest streak so far of 446 games without a shutout. They have gone 446 games, and every game their opponent has scored at least one time, which, you know, is kind of obscure, but it's kind of a good representation of what they are. You know, like since 1991 it started, and it is still present today. I'm gonna take a bold stab and say that I think this defense is very good. I think they're very good. There is a lot of, you know, craziness and drama in that team and in that organization, obviously, but I think they'll snap that record. I think they will shut a team out this year. If if God's really nice to me, it might be the Cowboys twice. You know, a man could dream, right? But I think they will snap that 446 game streak of, you know, letting their opponent score, just no shutout. That's a crazy record to me. That's a lot of games, to be honest. I'm trying to think when the last time the Eagles got a shutout, so we're not that close, but we're not. Don't worry. Anyway, so the next one I'm gonna do. This one again, it might be a little bit of a shot in the dark, but I'm just kind of going off of their record, their past history as an offense, and who they have on their team, and that's gonna be Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs. The record that I have them breaking is actually one from the Broncos. It was when I believe Peyton Manning was there. They had that electric offense. The most games scoring 30 points or more in one season. The record right now is 13. It's a lot. That's a lot. Just last year, they only had 6 in the regular season. They had 9 if you count the playoffs, I believe. I could be wrong. It could be 8. But either way, and the year prior to that, they had 12 in the regular season. So I think they can, 11. They had 11 in 2018, where they scored 30 plus or more. So I think that this year they can either tie that or break it. I think that offense is nasty. And then you got Patrick Mahomes, who's only gotten better. The defense is better. So I think, it'll give them more opportunities on the offensive side to break that record, to score 30 points a game. And, even if their defense isn't good, obviously they can put up points. They can put up points in a bunch and in a hurry. So I look for the Kansas City Chiefs to break that record of 13 or more games with 30 points or more a game. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think they have a chance of doing that? Let me know in the comments. Now, the last one. Tom Brady. Now this is a rushing stat. I know you're going to probably be like, wait, Tom Brady's going to break a rushing stat. Well, just last year, he broke a rushing stat. He was the oldest player that's a non-running back to, actually it's quarterback. He's the oldest quarterback at 42 years old to have 2 touchdowns in one game, rushing touchdowns in one game. Yeah. So there's one more that he could do this year, and going off his history, I'm sure at one point he's gonna have to. He might, from the 1 or 2 yard line. If he scores a touchdown, a rushing touchdown, I should say, Tom Brady will then become the oldest player in the NFL history to score a rushing touchdown as a quarterback. The last person was Doug Flutie, which is kind of a big. Doug Flutie was athletic. Yeah, he was 42 at the time. You know what I'm saying? And that was in 2005, if I'm not wrong. He was 42, but Doug Flutie, when you think of Doug Flutie, you think of a smaller, agile guy that, okay, yeah, he ran it in. I can see that, Tom Brady can break that record. So Tom Brady, like I said, last year, he already did break that record. Another record that Tom Brady can beat, this is kind of a twofer for all you Patriot fans or now Buccaneer fans, whatever you want to say. If he plays all 16 games, he will have the record for the most career starts. He's 4th right now. I forget. I believe it's Jerry Rice's number 2, number 3. I can't remember number 3. I know number 1 is Brett Favre. Brett Favre is number 1 for a lot of things, including interceptions. But if he plays all 16 games, Tom Brady will then jump to number 1. So those are the 5 that I know, really. I know these are all going to get broken, in my opinion. But let me know if you didn't know any of these, or if you think there's a different record that's going to get broken. I would love to know. Other than that, make sure to head over to the Instagram page. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But, other than that, you know what it is. It's Fly, Eagles, Fly, and we out shit. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.